Welcome to Lymba's NLP and Knowledge Management Solutions for Financial Institutions. Lymba provides its enterprise-level NLP software products to build solutions for financial service organizations. Because high-tech systems like Lymba's work best in forward-thinking organizations with complicated data environments. Though it would seem that a financial service organization would mostly work with structured, numerical, transactional type data, the unstructured data can provide rich information and enhance your databases. However, it needs to be extracted using semantic NLP. Lymba's technologies have been applied in many areas of financial services, but here we process the internally developed investment research reports of a large bank. The reports were pushed through the NLP pipeline, K-extractor, which was trained to understand their domain using an ontology, which is basically a representation of their knowledge base from a semantic standpoint. To speed up the training process, we used our ontology builder tool, Jaguar, which can rapidly expand a knowledge base from a few concepts to thousands. The final step in the K-extractor pipeline converted the data into RDF triples for store in a graph database. We then provided our NL2Query tool, or natural language to Sparkle query. This search product converts a non-technical user's question into a formal Sparkle query, and then when integrated with a graph database, retrieves the result for the user. Without this, data is only accessible to the few people that know Sparkle or other graph querying languages. Essentially, once we processed the data and empowered their analysts with natural language search tools, they could ask questions like, what is driving the performance of ABC Inc.? This is a nuanced question, but if we want to support natural language, then we needed to understand how a financial service organization uses words like driving. To see the use case in action, take a look at a short demo. Welcome to a brief walkthrough of a financial services use case where Lymba converted unstructured data in the form of internal research reports and news articles into a usable RDF triples data format for store in a graph database. I will then show how we turn that into actionable knowledge with our natural language to query product to answer their analyst questions about the research data. I will first show you the data we are processing, then show how the system interprets the data, then show how we train the system to do that, and finally we'll demonstrate the NL2Query product to search the data using natural language. Right now we are in Lymba K-extractor Studio, which allows you to configure the NLP pipeline. To start, we'll show you the documents that we've loaded into the system. These documents are the research reports and news articles that we needed to process. Let's take an example. Let's look at the data when we initially loaded it. As you can see, plain text. After the documents have been loaded, we need to also process an ontology to generate the rules needed to understand the data. We've already completed that step to save time on this demo, but please feel free to check out other demos on our ontology builder and how they can be applied. After the system processes the documents with reference to the rules generated by the ontology, we can see how those rules were applied on the data. Here we've identified entities and the types of relations we're looking for our M&A use case, specifically information that would be related to acquisitions. You can highlight the relations or entities to see how the system tagged this data. You'll notice that not all of the data has been tagged, and that's by design because we only want to extract information related to our use case. Back in Studio, we can see how the applied rules were generated. Here we can see that our rules were automatically generated by the Onto's input tool, which essentially converts the ontology into a set of rules. There are a few ways to make changes to these rules, which can be done directly in Studio, annotated on the documents themselves, or adjusted in the ontology. Once the rules have been established, all the data can be processed, and the final step in the pipeline is to convert the data into RDF triples for store in your graph database. Once the data is in your graph database, we can query the data using our NL2Sparkle tool. Simply type in the information you're looking for, hit search, we generate the formal Sparkle query, which when integrated with your graph, will pull the result directly into your user interface of choice. Thank you for taking a look at a very brief demonstration of our use case of converting unstructured data into natural language search. Please reach out to us with any questions or for help on your next project.